Okay, onwards to pages 44 and 45. Okay, 44 is 2 half-page advertisements. The top one is for the barrage board. Something we saw Slingshot Sting shoot 2 of, one after the other with consecutive shots at quite a distance, and that's one whole pellet width apart only. Barrage board, a refreshing new concept for all Slingshot fans. 20 reactive explosive targets devised to make slingshot target shooting more fun. Hit the centre of the target to produce an explosive reaction. 20 targets on a 210 by 297mm board. Can be used for slingshot or rifle/pistol shooting. Available from all good retailers. To complement the barrage boards, Armex produces zinc-plated slingshot ammo in 1/4 inch, 3/8 inch and 1/2 inch sizes. And they're showing the size and the weight there in the table beneath them. Barrage 1/4 is 1 gram or 16 grains. It's 6.35 mil. You get 200 of them. Barrage 3/8 is 3.5 grains. 3.5 grams, 55 grains. That is, of course, 9.5 millimeters. You get 50 of them. And the barrage half is 8.4 grams, 130 grains, or 12.7 mil. You get 30 of those. The barrage board's price is $9.95 each, and if we hover over the advert here, let's just see, there must be a link somewhere. Oh, gosh, there we go. Below that, the advertisement for the Foragers Public House. And this is the pub that has the slingshot as the symbol for their pub sign. And anyway, let's just read their advert. The Foragers at the Verulam Arms, a Victorian pub nestled in the shadow of St Albans Cathedral, comes as close as any pub can within the confines of our non-imaginary universe to being a spiritual home of the slingshot enthusiast. The pub is themed around wild foraged food and hunted game. Imagine if Ray Mears opened a pub with Bear Grylls. No, imagine if Ray Mears opened a pub with an actual bear. We rummage in the hedgerows of Hertfordshire for the best fruit, foliage and fungi, and serve it from our kitchen, along with locally hunted game brought to us by our team of hunters. Early on, we needed a logo to represent our philosophy, our love of the outdoors, our passion for hunting and gathering, our need to reclaim those magic hours of childhood spent exploring the woods and picking blackberries with Grandma. Of course, we chose the iconic slingshot as the perfect symbol of adventure, fun, and the thrill of the wild. The pub also contains its own microbrewery. Of all the beers we brew, our most popular is by far one called Slingshot, a fruity IPA with classic notes of citrus and pine which come not from American hops, but from British Douglas fir pine needles. The forest in a glass. The Verulam Arms, 41 Lower Dagnall Street, St Albans, AL3 4QE. And there are 2 websites, www.foragewell.com and www.theforagers with a hyphen between the and foragers.com. That advert was entitled A Wordy Victorian-Style Advertisement for a Pub in St Albans with Remarkable Properties. And that is opposite the game recipe page. My favourite, from when I was a kid at school and told the teacher it was rabbit, but it was pheasant. She told me I should go to catering college. I didn't have the heart to tell her it was poached. Pheasant terrine, our regular feature covering easy yet great things to do with British game meat. This issue, the editor's favourite. Terrine means the earthenware oblong dish these things are often cooked in. This recipe was my most successful in my school cookery classes. A great excuse to be at the girls' school next door, and this is delicious without being too poncy. Eat hot with new potatoes, or sliced cold with a salad, or fruit and posh toast and chutney. This recipe is designed to be easy for blokes and non-cooks to dare to try, with some stuff about the actual meat handling. You will need a pheasant, breasts and legs removed, poacher's style. A pack of bacon, streaky, or a fatty back rasher is best. Some sausage meat, you can dismantle posh sausages. Some sherry wine or brandy and red wine, cayenne pepper, seasoning and salt to taste. A suitable loaf tin or crock and a deep cook tray. Take whatever you're cooking your terrine in and grease with a tiny amount of butter or margarine. Use some bacon to line the cook tin, cut open the sausages or use some sausage meat. Slice the pheasant breasts into neat slices like it is salmon and you are a sushi chef. Do it as well as you can. The legs and thighs are the brown meat. Chop that up, taking care to remove the sinews. This is best done by hand, pulling the muscles off the sinew to leave that stringy part behind. Now, mix the sausage meat and brown pheasant meat up with some salt and a tiny bit of cayenne pepper. Then add a layer of this mix into the rasher-lined tin. Put a layer of breast meat over that, then more force meat as that's called, and pheasant breast over that. Try to make 6 layers by dividing each meat type into 3. Season gently as you go. Finally, slosh some sherry or brandy and wine over the top and allow to soak for a while. Top with bacon and a herb if you are, and herbs if you're feeling posh. And finally, place the tin in a deep baking tray with water in it. In a preheated oven at 160 degrees centigrade, gas mark 4, and cook for 1.5 hours. Serve as described. Nom. And there we have picture of the meat being all chopped up. It says alternate layers of breast and force meat. There's all the stuff from the Wild Meat Company. And here it says, the Wild Meat Company, Wild Meat Co. UK. That's a www.website. And rapid poacher style, rapid poacher's pheasant meat. Take your fresh pheasant and open up the breast skin. Peel back and you'll be able to slice out the breasts from the long pheasant's keel. Push the skin up further to peel the legs by pushing the knees skin inside out, which you cut off through the joint at the top of the thigh and below the drumstick. This takes moments with practice and removes 85% of the meat and leaves the gut, intact carcass, and all of the skin behind, which is better for you.